Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about how you can transform a line in R2. And remember, this is different than what we've been doing where we've been transforming points or vectors. Right now we're going to be transforming actual linear functions. So let's get into it here. What we're going to do here is transform this line y equals 2x plus 1 to this other line, which I've already shown, but I'm not going to give you the idea is that you find the formula for it, who's transformed by this standard matrix of 3, 1, 2, 1. And my question to you is just find the function who got transformed by this with this given function here. So we're transforming a function, basically. So see if you can solve it, and I'll give you guys a solution here. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I gave you a little hint with the second line. We're going to call the second line y prime and x prime. It's not calculus related. I just picked that notation because it's still x's and y's, but it's just a secondary form, the transformed bit. So let's define a little relationship here. We know that for any point x prime and y prime, and I'll just visualize this quick. Up any point, let's call this a point. So any point, x prime and y prime, is simply equal to TA, which is 3, 1, 2, 1, times xy. And a good way to visualize this is imagine you have some point here. It's just going to map to this with TA. So if you remember those little map diagrams where you have the one plane goes to the second one, it's kind of the same idea here. We're literally just mapping all our points for every point to this new line, and it just defines a new line. So all we're going to say is that any point x prime y prime is equal to a transform of any point in x and y. Okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to solve for x prime and y prime, and then we're going to plug it back in here and see what we get, and hopefully that will give us this line down here in x prime and y prime. But again, that's what we want. So you might have noticed I gave you the inverse here. I won't make you calculate it. It's not incredibly that challenging to do. But what we're going to do to get our function x equals a bunch of x prime and y prime junk and y equals a bunch of x prime and y prime junk is we need to move this transform to the other side, right? We don't want it here, we want it on the other side. And to do that, we just need to multiply by the inverse, right? Because if we take, if we call this a, and we multiply it by a to the negative 1, you get I, which is just like multiplying by 1 here, so we can just drop it. So let's do that. I'll show it fully out just so you guys don't get confused. 1, negative 1, negative 2, 3, and then xy. And then on this side, we're going to put 1, negative 1, negative 2, 3, x prime, y prime. Okay? So that's all we're doing. This cancels to I. So what we're left with is 1, negative 1, negative 2, 3, x prime, y prime is equal to xy. Okay, hopefully that's not too incredibly hard to see. All we did is we multiplied by the inverse. Now we have x and y as functions of x prime and y prime, respectively. So x here is equal to x prime minus y prime, and y is simply negative 2x prime plus 3y prime. And what we're going to do, if we take our initial line, y equals 2x plus 1, we're going to just substitute in here and see what we get as our new line. Okay, so y is negative 2x prime plus 3y prime equals 2x prime minus 2y prime plus 1. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, we're going to add over the 5y prime. We're going to add over the 2x prime, the negative 2x prime over here. That's going to make 4x prime plus 1. And our new line is y equals 4 over 5 x prime plus 1/5. Okay? So all we did here, and it turns out that this line is y equals 4 over 5 x plus 1/5. Okay? So all we did is we took all the points on this line here, every single one, from negative infinity to positive infinity in the domain, in the range, and we just mapped it to this new domain and range. So very simple, nothing too challenging, but that in essence is transforming a function, in this case a line, into a new line. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.